It's a classic, but don't play that in the car. If you ride around the car, this is all we do is win.
No,
Call 911 on that car.
That might be a serial killer. Ain't nobody normal just driving around. Listen to All I Do Is Win.
Ros Gold-Onwude, thank you so much, Ros. You are my sister. I will always consider you family. You feel me?
Oh, I definitely feel you, and that means a lot to me. And I'm really thrilled to see that you're building out this lane and this show, for yourself. When I heard that, Juju's doing something new and cool and his own with ball, which also you do. I know you do the men's and the women's. I was like, I want to pull up. So I'm so excited for you. Congrats, and keep doing your thing. Keep being you. I think that's the difference, right?
Yeah. We got playoff basketball happening right now. We got the Knicks, Pistons. We got Warriors, Rockets. What series right now entices you the most?
I live in California, so I was up watching, the West Coast series. I was watching the Clippers and the Nuggets last night, and I know. I've always got my eyes on the Warriors. One of these things that stands out to me in the playoffs is that in the calendar year of 2025, the vets still vetting. They still got it. These old superstars, they still them guys. They just know how to win, look at Kawhi right now. You miss a whole year, come back and look like you never missed a beat.
Right. People forget too, Kawhi is returning to form, but Kawhi is in year 14 doing this stuff. So even a healthy guy in year 14, holy moly, the vets are vetting, especially over there in the Warriors.
Yeah.
That's what they got versus the Houston Rockets and all the other teams. Yes. What you think about that series?
As soon as the Warriors lined up against the Rockets, I was like, I know the Rockets got to be tired of the Warriors. I know they got to be tired of the Warriors in the postseason because they just keep knocking them, just one team out. And it's different generations of Rockets being tired of the Warriors. And now you got this new era of Rockets, these young guys trying to bust out, and the old guys won't let them in, Draymond, Steph. And so, I just think at this time of year, what's showing is experience still matters. Knowing how to win still matters. And also being Steph matters. Period, right? being Steph Curry helps. But going up against the defense of the Rockets against him was physical. It was athletic. It was youthful. It was eager. And what impressed me was Steph's cuts to the basket, off the ball, or with the ball. We're going to watch all the highlights of Steph shooting threes when it's all said and done and making tough shots and actually coming out of that game making some tough threes. But for me, it was the reads against very physical, tough defense to the cup. Steph's always been really nice off the bounce to the basket and finishing. Right.
And let that be a lesson to the kids out there. It ain't all about the highlights that Steph be doing. Bro, you track Steph from the check ball into down on the side. Bro, he be running through 17 screens, getting his jersey grabbed, fighting through it, then end up with the ball, still have enough energy for that swish. So get your conditioning training in together. You feel me?
That's what being a big boy is. Whether it's Jimmy Butler or Stephen Curry or even, Draymond Green or somebody coming up with the play. Or a stop or just a read that makes sense. And so at least for game one, the Warriors had the Rockets card, but I do think that the Rockets youth, growing experience, hunger, their athleticism over the course of a series may wear on the Warriors. I think that was a really tough, I think it was hard work what Steph pulled off. That game was physical against him, and he's going to have to do that throughout a series.
Hell yeah. Speaking of hard work, holy moly, the Mecca, New York City has been rocking for 2 straight games.
Let's
I know
go.
You be in that building a lot. Game 1, the Knicks, they found a way. 21-0 run in the fourth quarter. Oh, goodness gracious, against them young Pistons. But last night, Cade stepped into that role. Dennis Schroeder stepped up and hit big shots. You ain't know I spoke German, you feel me? I'm really outside. But yeah, talk about the magnificence of the New York Knicks, the perseverance of the Pistons. What you thinking about that series, sis?
The Pistons are one of the great stories in basketball right now. When you just look at the overall body of work over the course of seasons now, like they just really did a nice job of snagging one in the Garden, right? But I'm from New York.
Queens get the money.
I'm from Queens, so you know who I'm rolling with, and there is nothing like the Mecca and the Garden and just feeling that energy. And it's always exciting when New York basketball is good. So, and I'm getting texts from it's also a family moment for me. You know, as much as I cover basketball, I try to make sure that I'm still enjoying it with passion, enthusiasm, and like a fan. I guess it's okay to say that. People have fandom as professionals, but like I don't want to lose that joy. And so like it's a family moment. Like when, you know, I'm getting a text from my sister or my group chat's going crazy, or, you know, my group chat thinks there's a conspiracy from the refs because there's no fouls, or, you know, and I think like that's, you know, what makes it special.
Right. And then when it comes to the Dream, that's where I show my loyalty. These Atlanta Dream are my heart. You feel me? I stuck with them when it was nobody in the building, just me, Renee Montgomery, and the owners and them cheering them on.
You were there for some of the dysfunction. You stuck around as a fan.
Yes, Kennedy Carter, I see you.
Yeah, and we hope that Kennedy Carter finds a team, like, you know, because she had a career season in Chicago. But I know that Atlanta's also, it's personal for you. You know the players, like they rock with you, you know?
I mean, allegedly, you feel me? Yeah. Hopefully they rock with me as much as I rock with them. Big Al, Alicia Gray.
I love Leash. Leash secured the ring.
You feel me?
She's engaged. We love
I seen it. Congratulations, sis.
Congratulations. Oh, so speaking of rings, so I covered the New York Liberty in the summer.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
And so no, they won their ring. They won a championship. But
Sav.
I see you got your Sav jersey. All I'm trying to say here, this wasn't to plug that the Liberty won and that Atlanta didn't. We love all teams. I happen to be the color commentator for the New York Liberty, but I also grew up on a Liberty. Like my mother took me to the games when the WNBA started, and I had a Rebecca Lobo jersey. And like when the Liberty won the championship, like it was, I mean, so I did the formal professional stuff at Barclays, 5 games. I leave, I get my people, and we hit the streets. And like we are out in Brooklyn in the streets, like the cops are out with us, banging on garbage cans, like people are dancing the street, the music is up, people are honking their horns, and it took 28 years. It took the entire history of the WNBA to get the Liberty a championship. It was me, my sister, like old friends from back in the day, college friends. We was just outside, and like I was dancing, I was doing all sorts of stuff. I was salsaing. And it just felt so good.
You cannot walk around the city or walk around the streets without loving Big Ellie. Big Ellie gonna make you feel like, look, I like the Liberty for this game. Talk about the energy of Big Ellie.
Ellie honestly might have had the biggest year ever. I'm trying to see who had a bigger year than Ellie, because Ellie had a bigger year than some of the WNBA players.
Right. You know? I seen on a State Farm commercial with Jake.
Ellie's unapologetic. Ellie speaks to the people. I hosted the championship parade for the Liberty, and we didn't even know if Ellie was gonna be part of it. It was game time. Like, so we didn't know. I have a script. We're working with the city. There's thousands of people outside at City Hall. We've got the mayor, we've got the players, we got ownership, all on the stage. I'm kind of like, I heard Ellie might be part of it. I wasn't sure. All of a sudden, they're like, Ellie's here, just announce her. I was like, and guess who's here? Like, I forgot what I said, but I was just like, Ellie, the elephant. When I say it was like Beyonce herself came out, there was like a dance routine, dancers, Ellie gonna come down with the door like this.
Yeah, you feel me?
And the crowd goes wild. And I was like, okay, you better go ahead. You are so silly, but I'm here for it.
Man, salute to Big Ellie. Also salute to one of my favorite players ever too. Y'all just got her back. Maureen Johannes, the sniper, the killer. Y'all gonna be looking good. Oh, and Tasha Cloud this year. Look, I'm about to throw up. Y'all got embarrassment or riches up there. Salute to y'all, but let's move on before I throw up because I'm scared. But as a matter of fact, what WNBA team you think could make the biggest leap from last year? We know the Lynx gonna be good. We know y'all gonna be kicking it. You know what I mean? I know my dream. I'm biased on the dream, but what team you think gonna make one of the biggest leaps this year?
Biggest leap? The Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark and now a squad full of like they smashed the offseason over there. They really crushed free agency and supported her with champions, with experience, with vets, with talent, with real, very high-level weapons. Indy really ramped up, and I'm excited for Caitlin Clark in year 2. I think she is the real deal. I think she absolutely lived up to the height, and I think she'll continue to meet or even exceed expectations. She's very talented.
Right now, we're finna move on to the segment where we take a couple calls and give some of the listeners of the show a little bit of advice on whatever they're calling about, crazy or not. Well, let's go, Miss Rebecca.
What's up, Juju? It's JP from Lithonia calling. Just asking for some new music recommendations. Yeah, guys out of Atlanta, preferably, but just anything new that you've been listening to. Take care.
Look, man, let me find out the city, checking out the alley-oop, man. That's the second call from the city. Lithonia, I see you, man. Come on, man. But I might be the wrong person to ask this because I still find myself listening to all old music. Like, my sister right here, I listen to Mobb Deep still, Nas, Queens in the building, you feel me?
Queens,
so I listen to a lot of old school hip-hop, the boom baps of the world. You got some new recommendations for them, sis?
I do love, an old school record or old school Sunday, but I will say, right now I'm listening to R&B in my mornings, in my car. I'll be listening to it, working out. And so I hope I don't say his name wrong, but I love everything he's doing. Elmine?
Yeah.
Elmine? I think
Elmine?
Elamine or something? Yeah,
I'm not sure. I'm messing his name up too.
All his music I love. He's beautiful music. Kehlani, I enjoy. I can get down. Sometimes I'm tapping in sometimes to my inner toxic queen. But she's so talented.
Yeah.
I love Thames. That Mutt song, Quiet as Kept, I like the original version more than the remix. However,
Chris Brown?
I like the original better, although
Yeah.
when you have a chance to put Chris Brown on a track, I guess you got to do it. You got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
How dare you not?
But I did like the original and the way it made me feel. And there's a couple of songs of a season that stand out, and that one does,
Yeah, I like the fact that right now, getting in the shine in the spotlight, a lot of the old Atlanta dance music coming back right now. Like, ain't I on a hill? Ain't I on a hill? You feel me? You got to know. And Rich Kids, We Gon' Ball, all the stuff making its rounds, you feel me? Swag Surf never left. It's just, you go to every building, you see Swag Surf still going.
Yeah.
So that
I
can't
like
be
Swag
considered.
Surf for the community. I'd be happy for the children and stuff.
Right. It's getting into all we do is win territory.
Which is still a classic. I'm happy to see my boy make his money. Who's that, Khaled?
Right. It's a classic, but don't play that in the car. If you ride around the car, listen to All We Do Is Win,
No,
call 911 on that car.
That might be a serial killer. Ain't nobody normal just driving around listening to All I Do Is Win. Where are the places you gotta be to listen to All I Do Is Win? An arena?
Right. That's it.
A marathon racetrack? I can't even think where else.
A hot dog eating competition or something. Nathan's.
A college graduation.
Right. That is it. Well, yeah, man. On that note, man, we gonna get up out of here, man. Thank you so much, sis, for joining me today. Always a load of fun when you around, man. Like I say, man, without you and your encouragement, I don't know if I would have been in the same spot to be doing what I'm doing now. So always flowers to you every time I see you. You got any lasting messages you want to get out to the people?
No, keep doing your thing, Juju.
And just like that, we gonna catch you next week, the same bat channel at the same bat time. You diggers.